She's signing there.
Thank you, Kyle.
There's a lot going on here
Thank you,
today.
Kyle.
You want to sit or stand up about it?
I would say.
I will stand. Thank you for my stuff down and look at all the cool notes I have. What are your notes like now that you don't have to race your way into the championship? You already got a spot in Phoenix.
Yeah, no, it's,
Woo!
I love this track and I really want to win here. So we studied up pretty hard this week and we'll see what pays off for the day.
Okay, you guys into numerology? You know his car number, right? You know what position he started in last year, right? You know what he did last year when he raced here?
Dominated.
You start fifth today, Kyle. Your thoughts about the race and how things played out so far?
Yeah, I guess similar, like, to last year, starting fifth, and our car was really, really good last year. Our car's really good again this year. A little bit different balance than what we had last year, but we'll see what we got. I think there's some really good cars out there. I think Blaney's really fast. I think Truex will be good. Reddick will probably be good. I think Byron will be good. So just got to keep it out of the wall and see if we can get there again.
You did mention the guy that you raced with against for like 6 times at the Chili Bowl, and you guys traded wins there. You also beat him by like 1.5 feet last week in Las Vegas. Do you think Seabell's got anything for you today?
I mean, yeah, you can never count him out for sure. Him and his team are really tough. Homestead's not typically like his best track, so but I think if it comes down to a short run at the end and them and their team do a good job throughout pit stops, I think they'll have a shot for sure.
All right, we got Kyle Larson here hanging out with us for a few minutes. Let me give you a day in the life of Kyle Larson. Okay, a week in the life of Kyle Larson. He races the Charlotte Roval on a Sunday, finished 13th. He heads off to run the High Limit Sprint Car Series finale in Lincoln Park on Tuesday. Doesn't win the races, Buddy Rico does, but he wins the championship. Wednesday morning, he's on a pit box at Indy for your rookie orientation program.
Yeah.
And then somehow you came off of that high and you went over to Las Vegas and won the race, the Cup race.
Yay, and then you can win it today.
All right, well, without the mic.
Oh.
Talk louder, I guess. How about now? Check 1, 2.
Yeah, no, I mean that was kind of. I mean, it was a cool week. It was a cool week for sure, but fairly normal in a way for me, and how busy my weeks are with racing dirt track stuff. I guess the Indy car in the middle of it was something new, but just a really cool experience, something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and it was neat to go from there and then get back in the Cup car and be really fast in Vegas.
All right, I was half kidding that was a normal week for you. With the Cup schedule the way it is, that really opened up the opportunity for you to go race and experience other things other than being at a Cup track from Thursday night to Monday morning.
Yeah, no, ever since COVID, the Cup schedules are way shorter, so that allows me to have a little bit more free time throughout the week, and there's more midweek racing now in the sprint car stuff than there used to be, so that also helps a lot. And see, I mean, I'll race close to 100 races this year in total, so yeah, it's a lot. It gets busy for sure, and it gets kind of tiring at times if you're not running good, but thankfully for me, I'm in really good cars with really good crew chiefs, and yeah, I know I'm gonna have a shot to win every time I go to the track.
So when it comes to that schedule, how much time do you dedicate, be honest with us here, on what the Cup car is going to do at the track you're going to next? I know you want to feel it. You don't want to be that guy that's going to say, I need this, this, and this. But as you experience your preparation, what's that like for you for a Cup race here, especially at Homestead?
Well, I mean, for the driver, I mean, I'm not like into the build of the car, so I don't really have to do much prep during the week. You just watch some video, look at some data, and you can usually do that in a day or less than that. We'll have our team meetings on Thursdays to get ready for the upcoming weekend. So that's Thursdays are really spent kind of learning about the track coming up, but really my brain just can only look ahead to the next race. So like if I have a race on Tuesday night, I'll just, as soon as like I get done with the Cup race, that's all my mind can focus on and think about. So yeah, and then once I get done with that race, then I can move on to the next thing. So it's hard for me to like look too far ahead, and when my weeks are short, it's just, I have to take it kind of one step at a time.
Let's go to that point. As a matter of fact, I see you have like your laptop and 2 screens in your motorhome on a race weekend going, man, I want to watch this dirt race, that dirt race, that dirt race. Wouldn't you know, he and his brother-in-law, Brad Sweet, said, we got to start our own series. These Delay Mama guys are racing for big cash. The High Limit Series is something you guys are really passionate about. That's giving back, that's giving a higher profile. Talk about the thought about that, the work that goes into that.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, more so on Brad. You know, I just race really, and I get involved a little bit throughout the week, but it's been a lot of fun. You know, we put in a little over $1 million into the yearly earnings for sprint car racing that wasn't there before. So I know all the teams appreciate it, and the fans get to watch something during the week. You know, when they get home from work, they can turn on Flow and watch the racing. So yeah, it's been really successful, and I look forward to the future and trying to keep growing it into something bigger and better, and something more watched. We get more fans at the racetrack, kind of have a better fan experience on the track, all of that. So it was a good first season, but we always want to get better.
That was a midweek race schedule put together. $23,000 minimum to win, somewhere 50. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah.
And then you won a bunch of big checks. Were you ever, and your buddy's like, hey, share that, would you? You're a race, but I want to race for that money too. Rico finished second to you in points. I mean, any commits in that way?
No, I mean, competitors, they're all cool. I think the fans sometimes get, they don't think it's fair that I can race in my own series, but hey, they had every chance to beat me, so
Oh my God.
get it done, I guess. But no, I mean, it's cool. I think the majority of real race fans understand like what myself and Brad are doing for the sport, and they appreciate it. And so yeah, it's cool to get to kind of have that interaction with them.
Kyle Larson starts fifth today. He's hanging out with us here at the Allied Champions Club. You do some pretty cool things, but I also saw your daughter Audrey had a fire suit on the other day. Your son Owen's been racing a little bit in a micro. What's going on with the next generation of Larsons?
Yeah, Owen, he's been racing for a few years. We still haven't taken it like extremely serious like Kyle Busch has with Rexton, but so we're trying to still just have our kids kind of do whatever they want to do. Audrey, she's just practiced a few times. She's a little too scared to go race right now, but she does a good job when she's out there by herself. So it's been fun to get to go to the racetrack and kind of relive, go-karts, that same type of cars that I grew up racing here in California. So it's just really fun to see your kids kind of making memories and making new friends and all of that. I don't really care how the results are. Obviously, I want Owen to win a lot, but he's still got some work to do to get better. But he's enjoying it, and that's the most important thing to me as a parent, is that they're having fun.
We've had the fortune, I've been a pain in the rump for you as a kid growing up, but when you were this big, mine was rolling video. Everywhere you went, we had video of Kyle Larson as you went from here to Outlaw Parts to this, to your first NASCAR race. You probably said, Mom, stop filming. But now, you're a parent. How much do you appreciate that now? And is Grandma still doing that with the grandkids?
When my mom's around, yes, she's always videotaping our kids, but and I give her a lot of credit because it's hard. I don't really have the patience to have a camera in my hand all the time to videotape my kids. So I try to tell Caitlin to videotape Owen when he's racing so he can watch himself and stuff. But even that, like it's just tough. Like you want to watch the race, not watch the race through the phone. So yeah, I give my mom a lot of credit. It was very annoying. Don't get me wrong. It was very annoying.
Oh.
But now that I'm older, I really enjoy watching all those.
I know, right?
It's all really.
When it comes to racing, we know what the NASCAR schedule is. It's great to know that sometimes you know where you're going to race next. What is going to happen November 6th for you? What's your off-season schedule? Friend of mine at practice said, hey, ask him that question. What's his off-season schedule going to be?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to race some, not as much as I have in other years, but still going to race more than I did last year.
He's going to keep racing.
We're going to go on vacation for a week, a couple of vacations throughout the off-season, which is nice. Our season's so long, we don't get any time to go on vacation, so it's nice we're going to go to Cabo, and then we're going to go on a ski trip in Colorado. I'll race a little bit. I'm going to race my midget at Placerville. I'll probably run the late model in New Mexico for a few nights. So that's all I have planned so far for racing, but they still haven't released all the race schedules yet.
So the Rumley team in the Longhorn, you get to play with them when you can. You also have Paul Silva bringing in really good pieces when it comes to sprint cars. What kind of stuff do you have at home? I know Paul built you a sprint car for your birthday last year. What kind of cool toys do you have in the shop that you get to see or maybe race every now and then, Kyle?
Well, those are just to look at. So we have a couple, our boat legal midgets are at my shop. Sprint car that I restored was my first World Outlaw Win car from 2011. So that was a really special gift. I've got, I don't know if you guys remember seeing me flip into the headpins in 2013 at Daytona, but I got that car, my first coupling car, Rick Hendrick gifted me a car from the 2021 season, an old truck, 1940 Pontiacs, and then all the kids go karts, and our buddy who takes care of it all, his sons keep their micros in our shop. So between that, my merchandise, trailer, motorhome, my shop is fully packed. But we have a little man cave upstairs. I'll see you later, and we've got the Apple TV hooked up to that, so we can watch some racing and some sports or whatever may be on TV. So it's fun.
I should ask you a fun question about racing here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. 2012, first truck race, you led a bunch, crashed. But ever since then, you led a bunch of laps in Xfinity and truck. 7 of the 9 Cup starts you led laps here. You may not remember that. But I mean, you have been right there. And I'm talking right there at the fence too. How much did you enjoy the challenge of this racetrack then and now?
Yeah, I just really love Homestead. It suits my style, running up against the wall. And yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know, it just fit me from very early on. I remember that first truck race I ran here. Kyle Busch was in the field, and I think that was probably the first time I got to really race with him. And get to pass Kyle Busch when they're 19 or 20 years old is pretty neat, and pull away from him. Yeah, obviously I ended up crashing, but yeah, I learned a lot in that first truck race, and then kind of put that to use in all the other types of cars I ran here, and put that style of running against the wall. And it's fun to watch other people now running against the wall and trying to figure it out and getting confident, making mistakes like I have many times here hitting the wall. So yeah, no, this place is so fun. The surface is so slick. You can kind of move all around depending on how your car is. So hopefully our car is good today and we'll be at front all race on.
Kyle Larson last year led 199 of the 267 laps. I know the right rear might have been a little stressed on the next gen car. Does that help you at all with that little give in the body off of turn 2 or turn 4 here at Homestead? Because I know in other races you led a bunch but didn't win the race.
Yeah, no, the next gen car, as long as you don't mess up the turret, the bodies are really tough. So where with the old car, man, if you like breathe on the wall, you would have to pit for flat tires. So now you can you don't have to be quite as precise. You can make a few mistakes throughout the race and kind of scrape the wall and be okay. So that's why I think last year really, we were able to dominate because, I did get the wall a few times, as did everybody, but yeah, it didn't end my race. So hopefully we can do the same thing today. We'll leave a lot of laps and get on the win.
You got the wall already in practice. There was only like a 20-minute practice. You got the wall almost like right away. Was that more like I want to see how close I can get, I got there, or was it just a matter of circumstances?
Well, my balance was kind of going away from me. I was getting not enough grip on entry, and kind of had to turn right to get against the wall early, and just got against it too soon, and just barely scraped it. But yeah, like I said, these cars are tough, so it was a good.
I'm going way back now. It's been 10 years since your first Cup race. Jamie McMurray was your teammate. Jamie always seemed to be the first guy to go to the fence on a track that was on the outside line. Did that help you at all? Did it influence you at all? Or like, I'm just going to see other cars? Because you're such a natural feel kind of guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I was teammates with him, like you said. I don't remember if he was on the top. So I don't know. I think for me, I usually now try to wait on Tyler Reddick when he moves up. He's kind of my gauge of when you can move up. Where I think before he got to the series, I was that gauge to everybody, just because I was young and just ambitious and took a lot of risk. So yeah, I would always be the first person to the top and get it going, and then other people move up, and then I wouldn't have an advantage anymore. So now our race cars are really good, and like I said, I can kind of use credit.
And he starts ahead of you in today's Forever 400 presented by Mobile One. Your thoughts quickly about Kevin Harvick and his last race, what he might have helped you through, or just been a guiding influence?
Yeah, he's just a really important person in our sport. He's got a big voice and kind of can steer our sport in the right direction. Educate drivers on what they need to be looking for in our sport and how to make it better. All of that, and then on the racetrack too, he's just so competitive, so tough, such a tough racer, and he can, in my opinion, carry a car. You see how he outruns his teammates in those weekends. He's an extremely talented race car driver. So I've had a lot of good battles with him. It used to be sad to kind of see his career come to a close, but he's accomplished so much. He's super high on the winners list, won a championship. It's been cool to race with him. I'm sure in the next probably 5 or 6 years I'll get to race with his son. So even it's really old. So
Oh, yes.
yeah, it's cool. I feel like I will be the old guy here soon racing everybody's kids, even though I will still with my son.
All right, let's give it up for Kyle Larson for spending.
Thank you,